Welcome to Ask the Edmonds Cop. I'm Teresa Whipple. Good morning, Sergeant Hawley.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. We're going to talk today about street crimes.
Okay.
And, I know there's a new unit, right, that was
Yes.
just, or actually a former unit that was budget cut.
Decommissioned
and brought back.
Yes.
And it sounds like they've been already pretty active in doing some arrests and other things.
They
So
have.
maybe you can talk more about what's going on with that.
Yeah, so, I think it was 2012, about then, when the economy kind of took a dive.
Right.
We lost a chunk of our budget, and one of the things that ended up going was street crimes. We've brought that up before. And, so 4 years later, it's taken us 4 years to get back to a position where we can bring it back.
Right.
And it was approved earlier this year. Everybody is now in place, and it's actually up and running.
Okay.
So it's a 3-person unit. We have a sergeant that's in charge of it, and then 2 officers, and they work kind of a rotating schedule. So they're flexible. So if we're having issues, at midnight or whatever, one area, then they'll adjust their schedule so that they can work those hours if need be.
Okay. And talk about, when you talk about street crimes, what does that involve? What are street crimes exactly?
They're really focusing on a lot of the quality of life issues. Burglaries, one of them. If we get a big string of vehicle prowls in the area, they may focus on that area, see if they can catch who's doing it. And then also they're looking at the prostitution stuff, drug-related issues, especially up on the highway.
Right.
Most of our crime, good majority of our crime is drug-driven.
Yeah.
I mean, most of your people that are committing burglaries are doing it to support a drug habit.
Right.
And so if you target the, drug industry as far as that goes, then by default you kind of also diminish some of those other crimes.
Okay. And is there any one, obviously I review the, police reports that come through every week, and there's a variety of things that I notice happening on a regular basis, like burglaries of businesses and things like that. But is there anything else in particular that is really bubbling up as a big topic for you guys in that area?
Well, I think with them, it's also important to note that we can use them to basically track down people that we're looking for.
Okay.
They have more time than the patrolman who's
Right.
tied to the radio.
Yeah.
They're not dispatched to area calls or whatever. So they're given an opportunity to, if they need to track somebody down in Linwood or in Seattle or whatever the place may be, somebody that we're really looking at arresting, then they have that luxury of doing it. And it may take some time. They may even have to, sit in unmarked cars and do that sort of stuff. So they've got the time and the luxury to do that. Or if our detective unit is looking for someone, then they can basically hunt them down.
Okay, good to know. Well, I think that's something that people will be happy to hear is up and running, and
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Yeah, you bet.
We'll be back in soon with another episode of Ask the Edmonds Cop.